Good evening, my dear friend. You are safe here as we settle into Isaiah 41, verse 10. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Feel the weight of his promise pressing gently against your heart, a soft assurance that you are never alone, never abandoned. Each breath you take is cradled by his loving grip. In this moment, allow the words to echo through your mind. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you. Each phrase a lifeline woven into the stillness of the night. Let every muscle unwind as his words flow like a gentle stream, washing away tension, burdens, anxieties. In the tapestry of darkness, his right hand becomes a beacon of peace, guiding you into a place of rest. You are his beloved, held firmly in divine embrace, sheltered from every storm. As the pad washes in a major beneath my voice, lean into the rhythm of his heartbeat, synchronizing with your own. With every exhale, release the fear that clings to your thoughts. With every inhale, breathe in his sustaining strength. The world outside may roar with uncertainty, but here, within the circle of his promise, there is stillness. Hold fast to this truth. You are upheld, supported, carried through the night by hands that will never let go. Rest now in the assurance of his unfailing presence, for in his righteous right hand you are eternally safe. In the hush of midnight, imagine his fingers softly tracing the contours of your worries, unraveling each knot of doubt. Sense a gentle warmth radiating from his touch, permeating every corner of your being. His right hand, steadfast and tender, holds you aloft when the weight of the day grows heavy, lifting you into a realm of divine calm. You need not strive or struggle here, for he carries every burden on your behalf. Let your shoulders fall, your jaw unclench, your heartbeat slow. With each rhythmic pulse, his promise reverberates. I am your God, a sanctuary of authority and love woven into the fabric of your night. As the music's soft pad surrounds you, let the shadows deepen into solace, each note a tender caress from the heart of heaven. Breathe in the truth of his embrace, breathe out every lingering tension. You are safe in his grasp, unshakable as the mountains, as constant as the tide. Surrender to the stillness he provides, and rest in the confidence that his righteous right hand will never release you. Focus now on the strength that flows from his hand, a steady current beneath every breath as you draw in stillness and let go of fear. Feel the power of his promise coursing through your limbs, infusing each cell with courage. Your inhale gathers the quiet confidence of a shepherd who never falters. Your exhale releases every trembling doubt. Imagine his muscular palm beneath your weary head, supporting you as you drift, a fortress of flesh and spirit wrapped around your soul. No shadow can penetrate the circle of his strength. You rest upon an anchor unbreakable, as immovable as the ancient rock. In this sacred pause, let the rhythm of the pad remind you of his heartbeat, echoing through the night, each thump a declaration. You are safe, you are secure, you are his beloved. As you breathe, count softly in your mind. 1, 2, 3, each number drawing you deeper into calm. With every number, notice how tension melts from your shoulders, how your chest softens, how peace gently settles into the space between your ribs. Let your mind swirl no more with what-ifs and worries. Here, only his strength remains. Picture now a warm light radiating from his hand, illuminating the corridors of your heart. That light dispels the darkness of fear, revealing the truth that you are cradled, upheld, unforced. You need not hold on so tightly, for he holds you more tenderly than you can imagine. Allow your thoughts to drift like leaves on a quiet stream, carried by the current of his care. And as the pad shifts beneath, imagine that each note is a word of reassurance from his mouth. I am with you. I will strengthen you. I will uphold you. Continue to breathe in that divine strength. Breathe out every last trace of doubt. Rest in the knowledge that his hand is not just beside you, but beneath you, lifting you, carrying you, and in that lifting, find the purest stillness of your night. Sense now the gentle lift as his hand supports your every breath, carrying you beyond the realm of worry. Feel a tender pressure beneath your spine, as though you rest upon a throne of grace, immovable and steadfast. In this sacred support, every corner of your mind finds room to unclench, to soften, to drift. Let your thoughts become as light as mist at dawn, dissolving into the promise held within his palm. Imagine each tender curve of his fingers cradling a secret prayer, a silent plea, and know that every unspoken longing is already safe in his care. The pad's melody swells ever so gently, weaving around the timbre of his voice, whispering hope into the very fibers of your being. Allow that melody to guide you deeper, each note a thread connecting you to the fortress of his loving hands. Now picture yourself lifted above every storm you've faced, gazing down upon the chaos that once threatened your peace. From this vantage, you recognize the unwavering strength beneath you. His palm, broad as the sky, as certain as tomorrow's sunrise. Invite every fear to drift away on that horizon, carried by the wind of his compassion. Breathe in the quiet assurance of his hold. Breathe out the last echoes of doubt. Here, in the stillness held between two heartbeats, rest in the truth that you are upheld, supported, carried, by hands that will not waver, by a love that will not cease. Feel now the gentle echo of his voice guiding your every breath, a soft refrain woven into the night air. Fear not, for I am with you, he whispers, and his presence settles around you like a soft cloak. Every fiber of your being responds, unwinding as his righteous right hand cradles your heart. You feel the ripple of divine strength flowing through your veins, lifting burdens you thought too heavy to release. In this sanctuary, there is no need to grasp at peace. It flows to you freely, carried by hands that will never let go. Each inhale draws you deeper into his sustaining power. Each exhale sets you freer from the grip of worry. As the pad in A major pulses beneath, imagine his palm beneath your feet, elevating you above restless thoughts and fears. Here, in the tender space between word and silence, you rest securely upheld, a beloved child sheltered by the Maker of heaven and earth. Rest now, wrapped in the stillness of his promise. Celebrate now the faithfulness woven through every promise he has spoken. Imagine each vow resting gently upon your chest, a tapestry of divine truth unfurled in the hush of night. You recall moments when hope seemed distant, and yet like breath itself, his mercy arrived, swift, unwavering, tender. Here, cradled in his hands, you witness the gentle echo of every answered prayer, each one a testament to his steadfast love. Breathe in that history of grace, the countless times he upheld you when strength failed. Feel gratitude swell in your heart as warmth radiates from his righteous right hand, a current of joy pulsing beneath the melody of the pad. Let each pulse remind you, you are not defined by past fears, but by the faithfulness of the one who holds you. As you exhale, release every lingering doubt about tomorrow, for his promises stretch beyond horizons you cannot see. Inhale the certainty that his love never wavers, never falters, never fades. Your lungs fill with the quiet confidence of a beloved child wrapped in security, and your mind settles into the stillness of divine assurance. Picture the gentle unfolding of tomorrow's dawn, bathed in the light of his faithfulness, painted in strokes of hope and renewal. As the pad's chords shift, sense a gentle crescendo beneath your ribs, mirroring the steadfast heartbeat of your shepherd. With every beat, his hand guides you deeper into rest, deeper into the knowledge that you are carried by hands more capable than your own. Here, in this sacred pause, allow gratitude to rise like incense, swirling around you in fragrant spirals of peace. Whisper a silent thank you as your spirit aligns with his truth, merging into the quiet song of trust that hums beneath the universe. You are safe, you are loved, you are upheld, and in the hush that follows, feel the echo of his promise settling into every fiber of your being, a soft seal of assurance that you are forever upheld, forever safe, forever his beloved. Sense now the gentle echo of his promise settling into every fiber of your being, a soft seal of assurance that you are forever upheld, forever safe, forever his beloved. Feel the gentle swell of gratitude rising from the center of your chest, as if each heartbeat were a soft drum calling you deeper into stillness. With every pulse, sense his faithful presence echoing through your veins, a steady current of love that never falters. You recognize in this hushed moment the countless times he has carried you through storms, times when your prayers felt too small, yet his response was grand. Breathe in that memory of mercy, that tapestry of grace woven through every challenge you have faced. Inhale the assurance that even when you could not see the path, his righteous right hand guided your steps, held your hand, and lifted you when you stumbled. Exhale the last traces of doubt about your worth, knowing you are deeply beloved, cherished beyond measure. Let your gratitude unfold like petals in slow motion, each layer revealing another promise kept, another burden lifted, another moment when his strength became your own. Imagine the warmth of his palm against your heart, radiating thankfulness that transforms every ache into purpose, every fear into trust. As the pad pulses beneath, align your breathing to his unspoken song of faithfulness. Inhale, I remember your kindness to me. Exhale, I rest in your loving care. Inhale, your promises have sustained me. Exhale, your presence upholds me still. Allow this silent refraining to carry you beyond the confines of worry into a realm of divine calm where gratitude and grace entwine. You are safe in this circle of thankfulness, protected by hands that have guided you through every yesterday and will carry you into every tomorrow. Let your chest expand with profound appreciation and feel every corner of your soul soften under the weight of his goodness. Here, cradled by his unbreakable promise, you drift toward rest, each breath a benediction, each heartbeat a testament to the shepherd who will never forsake you, and as the night deepens, sense his hand guiding the tide of your breath, a gentle conductor in the symphony of your soul, each inhale drawn by his promise, each exhale a release into divine rest. Imagine his touch like warm amber light, tracing the path of every worry, melting the edges of doubt until only peace remains. You feel weightless, suspended in the cradle of his care, every thought softened by the whisper of his love. Inhale the stillness that flows from his righteous right hand. Exhale the last tremors of fear that linger in the corners of your mind. Let your heart synchronize with the steady pulse of His faithfulness, a rhythm older than time, stronger than any storm. In this sacred embrace, you are not just held, you are anchored in the very heart of God's promise, a beloved soul resting in unshakable security. As the pad in A major hums beneath, let the melody weave through your spirit, guiding you deeper into slumber's gentle arms. Here, cradled by hands that will never let go, drift into the sanctuary of His presence and know that you are safe. Invite now a wave of gratitude to rise within you, flowing like a gentle river through every chamber of your heart, each pulse a quiet hymn of thanksgiving. Feel His faithful presence surround you, as certain and constant as the sunrise, wrapping your soul in the warmth of His care. With each inhale, draw in remembrance of every mountain He has moved, every valley He has led you through, every burden His hands have borne. With every exhale, release a soft sigh of gratitude, letting thankfulness settle like dew upon your spirit. Imagine His palm pressed gently against your chest, a tender anchor for your thankfulness, grounding you in the bedrock of His love. Sense the harmony between His heartbeat and your own, a divine duet that whispers of unending faithfulness. As the pad hums beneath us in a major, align your breath to that sacred rhythm. Inhale, thank you for your steadfast love. Exhale, I rest secure in your embrace. Repeat this silent refrain, letting each phrase weave deeper into your consciousness until only the song of gratitude remains. Allow every worry you once carried to dissolve into that melody of thanksgiving, its notes transforming fear into trust, uncertainty into peace. Picture each note as a shining droplet of grace, falling softly into the pool of your soul, creating ripples of joy that extend beyond the edges of your mind. Feel those ripples carry you further into stillness, buoyed by the assurance that you are upheld by more than mere strength. You are cradled by unfailing kindness. Rest here in that tranquil current of gratitude, letting its gentle force guide you deeper into slumber's embrace. Know that in this holy pause, every unspoken thank you echoes in heaven, and every heartbeat of praise returns to you as a renewed confidence. You are safe, you are loved, you are profoundly beloved, and nothing can diminish the richness of His care. And as the gentle currents of His promise carry you onward, let your spirit drift into the softness of His embrace, each breath a tender exchange between your restless heart and His unwavering care. Inhale the truth that His hand never falters. Exhale the residue of doubt that once clung to your mind. Feel the subtle shift as your awareness settles into the sanctuary of His presence, where every worry dissolves beneath the warmth of His touch, where every trembling thought is soothed by the rhythm of His heartbeat. Here, within this holy hush, you abide in the eternal certainty of His faithful hold, wrapped in the stillness of divine protection, cradled by hands that shape the stars and cradled the dawn. You are safe, you are beloved, you are forever upheld by the righteous right hand of your God. And now, as the melody of the pad surrounds you, sense a gentle uplift beneath your very bones, as though His palm forms a cradle beneath your spine, guiding you into the depths of divine calm. Every inhale draws you closer to the sanctuary of His presence. Every exhale releases the last flickers of unrest. Imagine His fingers weaving threads of peace through the tapestry of your mind, stitching together each frayed thought into a seamless blanket of stillness. Feel the subtle sway of His support, carrying you beyond the edge of worry, lifting your spirit into open arms of grace. In this sacred balance, you need not anchor yourself to fear, for his righteous right hand holds you firm, a fortress built of mercy and love. Let your awareness drift along the contours of his care, tracing each gentle curve of his promise until your soul rests wholly in his unwavering embrace. With each breath, affirm the truth that you are not merely protected, you are cherished, elevated, treasured beyond measure. Inhale the strength that pulses from his palm, a lifeline thrown across the chasm of doubt. Exhale the tremors of uncertainty into the night air. Here, in this soft convergence of sound and spirit, you abide in the fullness of his care. Sense now the gentle cradle of his hand beneath your back, carrying you beyond the rise and fall of anxious thoughts. Breathe in the quiet confidence of his hold. Breathe out the last tremor of unrest. Feel each inhale draw you into deeper stillness, and each exhale settle you into a sanctuary of peace. Imagine his palm like a soft hillside against which you lean, every contour of his promise molding you into calm. Sense the tender warmth of his touch spreading through your chest, a slow flame of comfort kindling beneath your ribs. Let the pad's gentle pulse mirror the rhythm of his heartbeat, guiding you into the hush between each thought. Here no shadow can linger, for his righteous right hand holds you fast, unmoving, unbreakable. You drift weightless in the tender current of his care. Every cell rejoices in the knowledge that you are safe. Every fiber of your being sings in the truth that you are his beloved. Rest now in the gentle lullaby of his embrace. Carry deeper into rest as dawn's promise awaits beyond the horizon. Feel the gentle pressure of his palm enveloping you, a steadfast support beneath every breath as you release the tension that's settled in your shoulders and jaw. With each inhale, draw in the security of his grasp, letting it fill your lungs and spread warmth throughout your chest. With every exhale, surrender the lingering knots of worry that cling to your thoughts, allowing them to drift away into the quiet of the night. Imagine his righteous right hand cupping the small of your back, its firmness unwavering, its touch infused with a strength that surpasses any fear. In that contact, sense a profound assurance that you need not stand or strive. He upholds you when your legs grow weak. He steadies you when your path seems uncertain. Let your body soften into the cradle of his care, each muscle releasing as though melting into a gentle tide of peace. His promise pulses beneath your skin like a heartbeat imprinted on your very flesh. Feel that pulse synchronize with your own, a sacred duet of Creator and Beloved, guiding you into deeper stillness. With each cycle of breath, feel more deeply the unshakable truth that you are held, protected, and cherished beyond measure. Inhale his security, exhale all doubt. Inhale his constancy, exhale the last tremor of unrest. Let this rhythm carry you beyond the realm of anxious thoughts, transporting you into a sanctuary woven by divine hands. Picture the world's troubles as distant echoes, growing fainter with each breath, until only the soft resonance of his promise remains. The pad's gentle hum in a major becomes the backdrop to this sacred moment, each note a thread that weaves through the tapestry of your soul, binding you ever closer to the fortress of his presence. You are safe in this sacred embrace. You are secure in his grasp. You are profoundly beloved by the one whose right hand formed the heavens and laid the foundations of the earth. As you continue to breathe, notice how your mind quiets, how every corner of your heart opens to receive the gift of his unwavering support. Rest now in the knowledge that you need not fear the night, for his hand will never let you fall. Focus now on his enduring strength sustaining you, a gentle force beneath each inhale that roots you in divine calm. Imagine his righteous right hand pressing softly against your shoulder blades, a firm yet tender presence that anchors your spirit. As you draw in breath, feel that strength rise from your core, flowing through your veins like a river of stillness, washing away every tremor of doubt. With each exhale, release the last threads of fear tangled in your mind. Let them unravel and drift away on a current of his peace. Sense the pad's soft pulse echoing the power of his promise. I will strengthen you. Each beat a luminous drop of courage settling into your heart. Allow that promise to infuse every cell, transforming weariness into quiet confidence. Picture his hand beneath you now, a steadfast support cradling your every fiber. Its warmth radiates upward, kindling a flame of trust that flickers gently beneath your ribs. Breathe in that warmth. Welcome it into the center of your being. Let it expand outward until every corner of your soul glows with his faithful care. In this still pause between breaths, know that his strength is not distant. It is woven into the fabric of your night, intertwined with the pad's melody, carried on the rhythm of your pulse. Inhale deep, gathering that divine strength. Exhale softly, settling into the sanctuary it provides. And as you breathe in the power of his promise, feel that current of courage surge through your limbs, knitting each fiber with divine strength. Every inhale draws deeper stillness into your marrow, transforming uncertainty into unwavering trust. Every exhale frees you from the grip of fear, releasing it into the night where it dissolves into silence. Imagine his righteous right hand beneath you now, a steadfast pillar that lifts your hips, your heart, your very soul into realms of unshakable calm. Sense the gentle lift beneath your spine as his touch supports you, guiding you toward absolute rest. Allow your breath to follow that gentle rise and fall, matching the cadence of his care. With each cycle of inhalation, whisper softly in your mind, "He strengthens me," and let that truth settle into the quiet corners of your consciousness. With each exhale, murmur, "I surrender all fear," watching it drift away like mist beneath dawn's first light. Feel the warmth radiating from his palm, a soft ember of hope glowing in the center of your chest. That warmth spreads, filling your lungs, your heart, your hands, until every part of you shimmers with his compassionate power. You are held aloft by hands that will never falter, cradled in a fortress of mercy that no storm can breach. Notice how the pad's gentle hum in a major weaves around the sacred moment, each note echoing the heartbeat of your shepherd. Let the music carry you deeper into the sanctuary of his presence, where every breath becomes a prayer and every exhale a benediction. Here, in this convergence of sound and spirit, you rest entirely in his embrace, upheld by the strength of his right hand. You are safe, you are secure, you are deeply beloved, and in that knowing, find the softest stillness enveloping your soul. Feel the gentle pressure of his palm beneath your shoulder blades, a steadfast support that anchors you in divine calm as you draw in a deep breath. Inhale the security of his grasp, filling every corner of your lungs, expanding your chest with quiet confidence. Exhale the tension coiled in your neck and jaw, letting it soften and dissolve into the hush of the night. Picture his righteous right hand cupping you beneath the small of your back, its firmness unwavering, its touch infused with a power that surpasses any fear. In that contact, know you need not stand or strive, for he upholds you when your legs grow weak and steadies you when your path seems uncertain. Allow your body to sink into that cradle of care, each muscle releasing like wax, melting into a gentle tide of peace. Sense the pulse of his promise beneath your skin, a heartbeat entwined with your own, creating a sacred duet of Creator and Beloved. With every inhalation, draw closer to that rhythm of stillness, letting it weave through your veins like a river of grace. With every exhalation, surrender the last tendrils of doubt, releasing them into the night where they dissolve into silence. Imagine his palms spreading a soft amber glow across your back, warming the places where worry has settled. That warmth radiates upward, kindling a flame of trust beneath your ribs until your entire torso shimmers with his compassionate presence. Breathe in that warmth, inviting it into the very center of your being, and feel it expand outward until every part of you glows with divine assurance. Envision now a gentle swell as his hand lifts you ever so slightly, guiding your spine into perfect alignment, a support so tender you scarcely notice the shift. With each breath, you float further beyond the realm of anxious thoughts, carried on the current of his care. Sense the world's troubles receding like distant echoes, growing fainter with every inhale until only the soft resonance of his promise remains. As the pad's gentle hum in a major envelops you, imagine each note as a thread weaving through the tapestry of your soul, binding you ever more closely to the fortress of his presence. Let the music carry you deeper into the sanctuary of his embrace, each chord a wordless prayer that echoes the unspoken yearning of your heart. You are safe in this sacred circle, held by hands that formed the heavens and laid the foundations of the earth. You are secure in his grasp, unshakable as the mountains, constant as the tide. You are profoundly beloved, cherished beyond measure, and nothing can diminish the richness of his care. Now shift your attention to the subtle rise and fall of your abdomen, a gentle ebb that mirrors the steady lift of his supportive touch. Inhale his strength into the very marrow of your bones. Feel it infuse your limbs with the courage to release every strain. Exhale the last flickers of unrest, watching them drift away on the breeze of his peace. Picture the contours of his hand beneath you as though carved from light, each ridge and valley a testament to his perfect craftsmanship. Rest upon that divine sculpture, knowing it was fashioned not just to hold you, but to elevate you into realms of unbroken calm. Let your awareness drift along the lines of his promise, tracing the shape of every reassurance until your soul rests wholly in his unwavering embrace. With each breath cycle, silently echo his words in your mind. I will strengthen you, and feel the power of that vow settle into the quiet corners of your consciousness. I will support you, and let that truth become the very air you breathe. I will uphold you, until you sense those words woven into the fibers of your being, an unbreakable covenant that no fear can sever. Feel now the gentle vibration of his care beneath your skin, a soft tremor that resonates through every cell, reminding you that his presence is not distant, it is immediate, intimate, alive within you even now. Inhale that awareness deeply, allowing it to fill every chamber of your heart. Exhale a soft sigh of release, surrendering every last knot of anxiety into the silent night. As the pad's melody drifts around you, let its cadence become the backdrop to this sacred exchange, each note a companion to your breath, guiding you into deeper stillness. Allow the music to cradle you as his hand does, carrying you beyond the reach of restless thoughts into the pure sanctuary of rest. Imagine a soft halo of light radiating from his palm, illuminating the corridors of your mind, dispelling the shadows of doubt until only the brilliance of his promise remains. Walk through that light in your imagination, feeling its warmth against every worry you once carried, watching it dissolve into renewed hope. Now sense his hand shift slightly, placing a tender touch upon your heart, as if whispering a personal benediction to your very core. That touch carries the weight of every answered prayer, every moment of mercy you have known. Breathe in the depth of his kindness. Breathe out profound gratitude, letting it settle like dew upon your spirit. Feel the stillness deepen around you, a calm so perfect it feels like the pause between one heartbeat and the next. Rest in that sacred silence, carried by the unspoken promise that he will never let you go. Know that here, in this holy hush, you abide in the eternal certainty of his faithful hold. You are safe, you are secure, you are forever his beloved, upheld by the righteous right hand of your God. Now drift on these words, carried ever deeper into rest, as dawn's promise waits beyond the horizon. Focus now on his enduring strength sustaining you, a gentle force beneath each inhale that roots you in divine calm. Imagine his righteous right hand pressing softly against your shoulder blades, a firm yet tender presence that anchors your spirit in the sanctuary of peace. As you draw in breath, feel that strength rise from your core, flowing through your veins like a river of stillness, washing away every tremor of doubt. With each exhale, release the last threads of fear tangled in your mind. Let them unravel and drift away on a current of his care. Picture his hand beneath you now, a steadfast support cradling your every fiber, its warmth radiating upward to kindle a quiet flame of courage beneath your ribs. Breathe in that warmth, inviting it into the very center of your being, and feel it expand outward until every corner of your soul glows with his compassionate power. Allow that power to infuse your limbs, replacing weariness with unwavering trust. In this sacred pause between breaths, know that his strength is not distant. It is woven into the fabric of your night, intertwined with the pad's melody, carried on the rhythm of your pulse. Inhale deep, gathering that divine strength. Exhale softly, settling into the sanctuary it provides. Let each breath become a silent affirmation. I am upheld. I am supported. I am carried by hands that will never falter. Feel the pad's gentle hum in a major weaving around you, each chord resonating with the heartbeat of your shepherd, echoing the promise, I will strengthen you. Visualize that promise as threads of light, weaving into the tapestry of your bones, anchoring you in a fortress of mercy that no storm can breach. As you continue to breathe, count softly in your mind. 1, 2, 3. Each number drawing you deeper into calm. With every count, notice how tension melts from your shoulders, how your chest softens, how every muscle relaxes under the influence of his sustaining grip. Let your awareness drift into the spaces between numbers where only his presence remains. Picture now a beam of amber light emanating from his palm, illuminating the corridors of your heart, dispelling the shadows of doubt until only the brilliance of his promise remains. Walk through that light in your imagination, feeling its warmth dissolve every ache you once carried. Now sense his hand shift gently, placing a tender touch upon your chest, as if whispering a personal benediction to your very core. That touch carries the weight of every answered prayer, every moment of mercy you have known. Breathe in the depth of his kindness. Breathe out profound gratitude, letting it settle like dew upon your spirit. Feel the stillness deepen around you, a calm so perfect it feels like the pause between one heartbeat and the next. Rest in that sacred silence, carried by the unspoken promise that he will never let you go. Know that here, in this holy hush, you abide in the eternal certainty of his faithful hold. You are safe, you are secure, you are profoundly beloved, upheld by the righteous right hand of your God. And as the night deepens, feel your body soften entirely into his supportive touch, each breath becoming a tender dialogue between your soul and his caring hand. Inhale the stillness that radiates from his promise. Exhale the last echoes of unrest until your mind drifts beyond thought into the pure silence of divine rest. Imagine now his righteous right hand gently lifting you higher, carrying you above every storm you have faced, setting you upon a firm plateau of peace unshakable by fear. Sense the solid reassurance beneath you, like a mountain that bears no quake, grounding you in the eternal calm of his presence. With each inhalation, draw in the essence of his strength, as though breathing the very air of heaven, allowing it to fill your chest, your arms, your legs, until every limb glows with his sustaining power. With every exhalation, feel the last tendrils of anxiety evaporate, leaving you weightless, cradled in an ocean of his unwavering care. Picture a gentle cascade of light spilling from his palm, each ray a whisper of promise. I will uphold you. I will carry you. I will never let you fall. Let those words echo through your being, weaving into the core of your identity until you know without question that you are carried in perfect security. Now, sense the pad's tender melody enveloping you like a soft blanket, its chords merging with the rhythm of your breath and the pulse of his promise. As the music flows around you, imagine it drawing you deeper into a sanctuary where only his presence remains, where every sound becomes a song of protection and love. Allow your thoughts to drift like clouds parted by his hand, revealing the clear sky of his peace overhead. Inhale the vast openness of that sky, filling your mind with infinite calm. Exhale the last shadows of doubt into the expanse, watching them dissolve into the light. Feel his hand beneath you shift to cradle your heart, a final benediction of warmth and safety. That touch seals the promise deep within you. You are safe. You are secure. You are deeply beloved by the one whose right hand carries the world. Rest now in this sacred embrace, carried on the currents of his strength, settled in the stillness of his care. Let the final echoes of the pad's melody guide you into the threshold of slumber, each note a stepping stone to undisturbed rest. You are upheld by hands that will never falter, carried into the night on wings of grace, and held forever in the unbreakable circle of his love. Feel the unwavering grasp of his righteous right hand beneath you, a steadfast support that carries your every breath. Inhale the profound security of his hold, letting it fill your lungs and settle into your bones. Exhale the last echoes of tension, allowing them to drift away into the silent expanse of the night. Imagine his palm shifting gently, moving from the small of your back to cradle your shoulders, each finger a pillar of strength that anchors you in a sanctuary of peace. As you draw in breath, sense that strength rise like a tide beneath your skin, washing through every fiber of your being. With every exhale, surrender the burdens you carried into this hour, watching them dissolve like mist beneath his touch. Picture now a soft amber light radiating from his hand, illuminating the curve of your spine, casting away the shadows of doubt. That light spreads upward, warming the base of your skull, releasing the tightness around your temples. Breathe in that warmth, welcoming it into the very core of your mind, and feel the last vestiges of anxious thought melt into stillness. With each inhalation, whisper silently in your mind, "I am upheld," and let the truth of that phrase echo through the chambers of your heart. With each exhale, murmur, "I am secure," and watch every fretful beat of your heart slow into a gentle, untroubled rhythm. As the pad's gentle pad in a major envelops you, imagine each chord as a thread weaving through the tapestry of your soul, binding you ever more closely to the fortress of his presence. Let the music cradle you, each note a soft affirmation that you are held by hands far more capable than your own. Feel now the gentle support of his hand beneath your hips, lifting you slightly so that your spine aligns effortlessly, each vertebra resting in perfect harmony with divine intent. Inhale the serenity of that alignment. Feel it expand through your torso, into your arms and legs. Exhale the last tremor of unrest, letting it fade into the backdrop of his faithful care. Envision his palm moving to cup your knees, a tender gesture that conveys both protection and intimacy. In that contact, sense a profound reassurance that you need not hold on to worry. He bears every weight, carries every care. Allow your legs to soften into that cradle, each muscle unwinding like threads unfurling, until your entire body becomes a vessel of his peace. With each cycle of breath, count softly in your mind. 1, 2, 3, drawing you deeper into calm. With every count, notice how tension releases from your arms, how your hands rest heavy and relaxed, how your fingers uncurl into gentle bows of surrender. Let the spaces between numbers become sanctuaries of silence where only his presence remains. Picture a river of strength flowing from his palm, its current shimmering with promises kept and battles won. Let that current surround you, lifting you above every storm you have faced. Breathe in that river, feeling it course through your veins, infusing every cell with unwavering confidence. Exhale the last echoes of fear into its depths, where they are carried away by the flow of his care. Now sense a gentle caress as his fingertips trace a path along your collarbones, each touch a reminder of his tender attention to every detail of your life. Imagine that caress, loosening the knots of worry that have entwined around your heart. Inhale the freedom his touch provides. Exhale the last strands of doubt until your chest feels open, expansive, ready to receive his fullest blessing. Allow the pad's melody to rise and fall like the breath of God himself, its gentle swells guiding you deeper into the refuge of his arms. With every note, feel the fortress of his presence grow stronger around you, its walls formed by whispers of promise and echoes of love. Here, within that fortress, there is no fear, no unrest, only the soft certainty of divine protection. Envision now a halo of soft light forming above you, its glow descending from his hand to envelop your entire being. That light tingles like a gentle breeze, soothing every ache, comforting every doubt. Breathe in its radiance, letting it fill your mind with calm vistas of green pastures and still waters. Exhale the last shadows of unrest, watching them vanish beyond the reach of his light. Feel his hand shift to rest upon your heart, a final benediction that seals the prayer within your soul. That touch carries the weight of every promise. I will not leave you. I will uphold you. I will carry you to the end. Breathe in the depth of that vow, letting it resonate through every beat of your heart. Exhale a soft sigh of gratitude, knowing you are profoundly safe, eternally secure, forever beloved. Rest now in the gentle lull of this sacred moment, carried by the currents of his strength, settled in the stillness of his care. Allow the final echoes of the pad's melody to guide you across the threshold into undisturbed rest. Feel now the steady beat of his promise resonating through your bones, a soft percussion beneath your breath. Inhale the truth that his righteous right hand upholds you, anchoring your spirit in the sanctuary of peace. Exhale every remaining tremor of doubt, allowing it to dissipate into the gentle hum of the pad. Imagine his palm shifting from your heart to cradle your forehead, each finger a tender arch that relieves the weight of anxious thoughts. As you draw in breath, sense a deep release behind your eyes, a stillness settling into the space between your brow. With every exhale, feel the clutter of your mind dissolve, leaving only the clear waters of his calm. Picture now a river of strength flowing from his hand, its current shimmering with every promise kept. Let that current surround you, lifting you above every care you have carried. Inhale its cool assurance, letting it fill your chest with unwavering confidence. Exhale the last echoes of fear into its depths, trusting they will be carried away by the flow of his care. With each inhalation, whisper silently, "I am held," and let that phrase weave into the very fabric of your being. With each exhale, "I am free." Watch the last strands of worry fall away like leaves on a gentle breeze. Envision a soft, amber glow radiating from his palm, illuminating your thoughts with clarity and hope. That light spreads through your mind, dispelling every shadow of uncertainty. Breathe in its warmth, inviting it into every corner of your consciousness until your mind rests wholly in stillness. Feel the pad's melody cradle you like a lullaby, each chord a thread binding you ever closer to the fortress of his embrace. As the music flows, imagine it weaving through your spirit, creating a tapestry of calm that extends beyond the bounds of thought. Sense his touch beneath your knees, lifting and supporting you, aligning your body in perfect harmony with divine intent. Inhale the peace of that alignment, letting it spread into your arms and legs. Exhale the last tremor of unrest, allowing it to fade into the backdrop of his faithful care. Now picture his hand move to rest gently upon your chest once more, a final benediction of warmth and safety. That touch carries the weight of every unspoken prayer, every moment of mercy you have known. Breathe in the depth of his kindness. Breathe out profound gratitude, letting it settle like dew upon your spirit. Rest in this sacred embrace, carried by currents of his strength, settled in the stillness of his care. Let the final echoes of the pad's melody guide you into the threshold of undisturbed rest. Feel the pulse of your heartbeat aligning with his faithful rhythm, a steady drum beneath your chest as you draw in a deep breath. Inhale the gratitude that rises like incense, each molecule of air carrying remembrance of his unending kindness. Exhale a soft sigh of thanks, releasing it into the sacred hush where only his presence remains. Picture his righteous right hand resting gently upon your sternum, each finger a pillar of loving support, anchoring your heart in the sanctuary of peace. With every inhale, sense that hand's warmth infusing each chamber of your heart with awe for every moment he has carried you. With every exhale, allow gratitude to ripple through your veins, loosening the last tendrils of fear that once clung to your spirit. Imagine now a cascade of soft amber light radiating from his palm, illuminating the tapestry of your life with scenes of mercy and grace, every answered prayer, every gentle rescue, every silent comfort given when you needed it most. Breathe in that light, letting it fill your lungs and expand through your limbs. Breathe out the final echoes of doubt, watching them dissolve into the brilliance of his faithfulness. As the pad's gentle hum in a major envelops you, let its chords become harmonious notes in the symphony of your gratitude, each swell of melody echoing the refrain of your heart. Thank you for your steadfast love. Thank you for your faithful care. Allow those words to weave into the very marrow of your bones, creating an unbreakable covenant between your soul and his promise. Feel his hand shift slightly, placing a tender touch upon your right shoulder, then your left, a silent gesture that says, I see you, I cherish you, I uphold you. With each breath, trace that touch in your mind, following its path until every fiber of your being glows with the warmth of his affection. Exhale a soft amen on the breeze of night, letting it carry your gratitude beyond the edges of thought. Invite every part of your body into this chorus of thanks. Inhale into your feet. Thank you for carrying me. Exhale from your knees. Thank you for steadying me. Inhale into your thighs. Thank you for upholding me. Exhale from your hips. Thank you for supporting me. Continue this silent litany until your entire frame resonates with the melody of thanksgiving, each segment of your flesh a grateful witness to his care. Now, sense his hand beneath you lift you ever so gently, carrying you above every burden you once bore. Inhale the freedom of that lift, feeling your spirit float like a leaf on a peaceful stream. Exhale the last weight of worry, watching it drift away beyond the horizon of his promise. Rest in this holy convergence of breath, music, and divine touch, carried on the currents of your gratitude into the stillness of his embrace. Know that you are safe, you are secure, you are profoundly beloved, upheld by the righteous right hand of your God. Feel the steady embrace of his righteous right hand beneath you, a constant pillar of support as you draw in a deep breath. Inhale the certainty that you belong to him, a beloved child held fast in divine affection. Exhale the last tremors of loneliness, releasing them into the sanctuary of his care. Picture his palm shifting to cradle your elbows, each finger imparting a sense of familial welcome. Here, in his arms, you are not alone, but part of his eternal family. As you breathe, sense that belonging deepen, seeping into every cell until you stand firm upon the foundation of his love. Imagine a halo of soft amber light surrounding you, its glow emanating from his hand and illuminating the truth that you are chosen, treasured, embraced. Inhale that truth into your heart, letting it fill the spaces once occupied by doubt. Exhale a silent affirmation. I am his, I am his, until the words become the very air you breathe. With each inhalation, whisper in your mind, I belong, and feel the walls of isolation crumble away. With each exhalation, murmur, he calls me his own, and watch every flicker of fear vanish into the light of his promise. As the pad's gentle hum in a major envelops you, imagine each chord as a warm welcome echoing through the halls of heaven, inviting you deeper into the fellowship of his presence. Let the music guide you into the heart of his family, where you rest among the beloved. Sense his hand beneath you lift you slightly, carrying you above the currents of anxiety, setting you upon the shores of intimate belonging. Inhale the peace of that place, breath by breath, until every part of you knows the comfort of being held by your shepherd. Exhale the last vestiges of not enough, letting them drift away on the breeze of his acceptance. Envision his palm moving to rest upon your head, a gentle gesture of fatherly blessing. In that touch is the echo of every promise. You are mine, you are precious, you are home. Breathe in that blessing. Breathe out profound gratitude. Rest now in the gentle lull of this sacred assurance, carried by currents of his love into the stillness of belonging. Know that you are safe, you are secure, you are forever his beloved. Feel the gentle current of surrender as his righteous right hand shifts beneath you, inviting you to release every lingering doubt. Inhale the quiet assurance of his wisdom, knowing he guides each step of your journey. Exhale the need to understand every outcome, trusting his plans are higher than yours. Picture his palm moving to rest upon your forehead, a soft pressure that quiets the questions swirling in your mind, each finger a beacon of clarity piercing the fog of uncertainty. As you draw in breath, sense that clarity illuminate your thoughts like sunrise chasing away midnight shadows. With every exhale, watch the grip of worry loosen, drifting away on the wind of his peace. Imagine now a pool of stillness swelling beneath your spine, fed by the stream of his promise. I will guide you with my eye. Feel that stream flow upward through your core, filling your belly with calm contentment, spreading outward to your arms and legs until your entire body breathes in divine understanding. With each inhalation, whisper silently in your mind, I trust his ways, and let that affirmation echo through the corridors of your heart. With each exhalation, murmur, I surrender all, observing every fear slip from your grasp and vanish into the sanctuary of his care. As the pad's gentle hum in a major envelops you, envision each chord as a compass needle pointing you toward his truth, guiding your spirit through the night's unknown terrain. Allow the music to carry you along the path he has set, every note a signpost of his faithful leading. Feel his hand beneath you lift you higher still, carrying you above the tangled undergrowth of worry, setting your feet on the smooth stones of his promise. Inhale the freedom of that elevation as breath after breath aligns you with his perfect direction. Exhale the last vestiges of doubt about tomorrow, letting them dissolve into the horizon of his sovereignty. Sense now the soft glow of his guidance radiating from his palm, illuminating the map of your life with gentle light, revealing the next step even when the road ahead seems dark. Breathe in that glow, letting it fill your vision with confidence and hope. Breathe out any resistance, trusting that he leads you with unwavering wisdom. Invite your spirit to rest in this holy navigation, carried on the currents of his guidance into the stillness of divine direction. Know that you are safe under his watchful eye. You are secure in his purpose. You are profoundly beloved and eternally led by the righteous right hand of your God. Feel the tide of his faithfulness rising beneath you, a gentle surge as his righteous right hand shifts to support your lower back, lifting your spirit above the weight of anxiety. Inhale the strength of that uplift, filling your lungs with calm resolve. Exhale all lingering doubt, watching it dissolve into the sacred hush of night. Imagine his palm cradling the small of your back, its warmth radiating upward through each vertebra, aligning your spine with divine intention. With every breath, sense a deeper anchoring in his promise. No one can snatch you from my hand. Let that truth seep into every cell, transforming weariness into unwavering trust. Picture a current of stillness flowing from his hand, encircling you like a tranquil pool. Draw that water up with your inhale, each molecule charged with peace and protection, letting it cascade through your heart and mind, washing away the last traces of fear. Exhale, releasing every tremor of unrest into its depths, where his care carries it away beyond recall. With each inhalation, whisper in your soul, "I am held," and feel the resonance of that declaration weave through your bones. With each exhale, "I am secure," and sense your heartbeat slow into the steady rhythm of his faithfulness. As the pad's soft hum in a major envelops you, envision each chord as ripples on that sacred pool, spreading outward to embrace every corner of your being. Let the music guide you deeper into his protective circle, every note a vow that you are safe. Now sense his hand beneath you shift to cradle your hips, lifting you gently as though on wings of mercy, setting you above the currents of worry. Inhale the freedom of that lift, feeling your spirit buoyed. Exhale the last weight of doubt, watching it drift away beyond the horizon of his promise. Envision a halo of amber light radiating from his palm, illuminating your path forward with soft clarity. As breath fills your lungs, see that light brighten every step of your journey, dispelling shadows of uncertainty. Exhale any hesitation, trusting in his unwavering leading. Feel his fingertips trace a path from your lower back around to your knees, each touch a silent reminder that he carries you through every valley. Inhale his sustaining power into your legs. Feel them glow with resilience. Exhale the last vestiges of weariness, surrendering them to his care. With every breath cycle, count softly in your mind. 1, 2, 3, each number drawing you deeper into calm. Each space between counts a sanctuary of his presence. Let your awareness settle in that stillness, where only his promise remains. Imagine now his hand moving to rest upon your heart, a gentle benediction that seals you in his love. That touch carries the echo of every declaration. I will hold you fast. I will not let you go. Inhale that pledge deeply, letting it resonate through every beat of your heart. Exhale a soft sigh of surrender, knowing you are forever upheld. Rest here in the sacred convergence of breath, music, and divine touch, carried by currents of his strength into the stillness of his embrace. Know that you are safe, you are secure, you are eternally beloved, upheld by the righteous right hand of your God. Feel the powerful current of his promise flowing through every breath as his righteous right hand presses gently yet firmly against your lower back, lifting you above the tide of anxious thoughts. Inhale the unshakable trust that rises from that support, filling your lungs with divine strength. Exhale the last fragments of fear, watching them dissolve into the soft hum of the pad. Picture his palm shifting beneath your hips to cradle the small of your back, each finger a pillar of support that aligns your spine with the unyielding rock of his presence. With every inhalation, sense that alignment deepen, grounding you in the sanctuary of peace. With every exhalation, allow any residual tension to slide away, carried off by currents of his care. Imagine now a vast pool of stillness spreading outward from his hand, its surface smooth as glass under moonlight. Draw that calm up with your inhale, each molecule charged with his promise. No one can snatch you from my hand, and let it cascade through your torso, washing away every tremor of doubt. Exhale, releasing all unrest into its depths, where his faithful care carries it beyond recall. With each inhalation, repeat silently, I am upheld, feeling the resonance of those words knitting into the very fabric of your being. With each exhalation, I am secure, Watch your heartbeat settle into the steady rhythm of his faithful love. As the pad's gentle hum in a major envelops you, envision each chord as ripples on that sacred pool, spreading outward to embrace every cell of your body. Let the music guide you deeper into his protective circle, each note a vow that you are truly safe in his grasp. Now sense his hand beneath you shift to cradle your thighs, lifting and supporting you, a tender gesture that conveys both strength and intimacy. Inhale the peace of that lift, feeling it infuse every muscle. Exhale the last vestiges of weariness, surrendering them to his sustaining power. Picture a halo of soft amber light radiating from his palm, illuminating the path before you with gentle clarity. As breath fills your lungs, see that light brighten every step of your journey, dispelling shadows of uncertainty. Exhale any hesitation, trusting in his unwavering guidance. Feel his fingertips trace a path from your hips around to your knees, each touch loosening the knots of worry that have entwined around your heart. Inhale the freedom his touch provides, letting it lift your spirit. Exhale the final strands of doubt, watching them drift away with the tide of his compassion. With every breath cycle, count softly in your mind. 1, 2, 3, each number drawing you deeper into calm, and each space between counts a sanctuary of his presence. Let your awareness settle in that stillness, where only his promise remains. Imagine his palm moving to rest upon your stomach, a gentle pressure that massages away the tension of the day. As you draw in breath, sense that massage unravel your innermost anxieties, knitting them into a pattern of serenity. With each exhale, release them into the silent night. Picture a river of strength flowing from his hand, its current shimmering with every promise kept. Allow that current to envelop you, lifting you above all care. Inhale its cool assurance, infusing your veins with courage. Exhale the last echoes of fear, knowing they are carried away by the flow of his love. Now sense his hand gently shift to cradle your chest, each finger pressing lightly into your heart, imprinting his promise. I will uphold you always. Breathe in that vow deeply, letting it resonate through every beat of your heart. Exhale a soft sigh of surrender, trusting wholly in his faithfulness. Envision the pad's melody rising and falling like the breath of God himself, its gentle swells guiding you into the refuge of his arms. With every note, feel the fortress of his presence grow stronger around you, its walls formed by whispers of promise and echoes of love. Here, within that fortress, there is no fear, only the soft certainty of divine protection. Picture now a beam of amber light descending from his hand to envelop your entire being, its glow a radiant cloak of stillness. Feel its warmth seep into every fiber of your body, comforting every ache and dispelling every doubt. Inhale that radiance, letting it fill your mind with vast horizons of calm. Exhale the last shadows of unrest, watching them vanish beyond the reach of his light. Allow your spirit to drift on the currents of his care, carried by the gentle lift of his supportive touch into realms of unbroken peace. Know that you are safe. You are secure. You are eternally beloved, upheld by hands that fashion the stars and cradle the dawn. Rest now in the sacred convergence of breath, music, and divine touch, drifting ever deeper into the sanctuary of his presence. Let the final echoes of the pad's melody guide you across the threshold into undisturbed rest, carried by the unbreakable promise of his faithful right hand. Feel the soft release of every anxious thought as his righteous right hand shifts to cradle your shoulders, a gentle but unyielding support beneath each inhale. Draw in the breath of freedom he offers, filling your lungs with the whisper of release. Exhale the last tremors of anxiety into the calm expanse of his care. Imagine his palm moving to rest at the nape of your neck, its tender pressure dissolving the tension you've carried like a heavy cloak. As you breathe, sense the weight lift from your mind, leaving only the quiet space where his promise reigns supreme. With every exhale, allow that weight to fall away, carried off by currents of his peace. Picture now a vast sky of stillness unfolding above you, painted by the light of his promise. Cast all your anxiety on me, for I care for you. Feel that sky expand within your chest with each inhale, its boundless calm pushing out the walls of fear. Exhale into its vastness, watching worry vanish into horizonless grace. With every inhalation, whisper in your mind, I surrender my cares, and let the resonance of those words echo through your ribs. With every exhalation, I trust his care, and feel your heartbeat settle into the gentle rhythm of his compassion. As the pad's gentle hum in a major surrounds you, envision each chord as a bird in flight, carrying your anxieties away on wings of divine love. Let the music guide you upward, beyond the reach of restless thoughts, into the freedom of his embrace. Sense his hand beneath you shift to cradle your chest, lifting you on waves of reassurance, each movement a testimony that no worry can penetrate his protective hold. Inhale the authority of that hold, knowing you are guarded by hands stronger than any fear. Exhale the last echoes of doubt, trusting they are powerless against his might. Now picture a beam of amber light streaming from his palm to your heart, its glow dispelling the shadows of anxiety until only the brilliance of his peace remains. Breathe in that light, letting it flood every corner of your being. Breathe out any lingering unrest, watching it evaporate in the glow of his presence. Feel his fingers trace a path along your collarbone, each touch a silent command to rest in his sovereignty. Inhale the freedom his touch imparts, filling your spirit with the certainty that you are guided and protected. Exhale the desire to control every outcome, surrendering it to the one whose plans are perfect. Allow the pad's melody to rise and fall like the tide, each swell drawing you deeper into the sanctuary of his hands, each retreat carrying you further from the shore of worry. Rest here in the assurance that his right hand will never let you drift beyond his care. Envision now a gentle uplift as his palm beneath you carries you above the currents of fear, setting you on the plateau of divine calm. Inhale the serenity of that elevation, letting it settle into your bones. Exhale the final weight of anxiety, leaving you weightless in his embrace. Rest in this sacred freedom, carried by the unbreakable promise of his caring hands, suspended in the stillness of his unfailing love. Feel the gentle lift of his righteous right hand beneath you, carrying you above every care. Inhale the freedom it brings, filling your lungs with peace. Exhale the last flickers of anxiety into his caring embrace. Imagine his palm cupping the base of your spine, its warmth aligning each vertebra with divine intention. As you breathe in, sense that alignment deepen, grounding you in unshakable calm. As you breathe out, release every remaining trace of unrest. Picture a pool of stillness expanding outward from his hand, its surface smooth under the melody of the pad. Draw that calm in with each inhale. I am held, and let it wash through your heart. Exhale, I am secure, and watch all doubt dissolve. Envision his fingertips tracing a path from your lower back to your knees, each touch loosening the knots of worry. Inhale the resulting lightness into your legs. Exhale the last threads of tension. With every breath, whisper silently, "He upholds me always," letting those words become the very air you breathe. Now feel his palm shift to rest upon your chest, a final benediction that seals you in his love. Inhale the depth of that vow, "I will never let you go," and exhale a soft sigh of surrender. Rest here, cradled by hands more capable than your own, carried into the night on currents of his faithful care. You are safe, you are secure, you are profoundly beloved. Feel the steady warmth of his righteous right hand beneath you, a gentle flame of assurance that kindles beneath each inhale. Draw in that warmth, letting it seep into every chamber of your heart. Exhale the last embers of weariness, watching them flicker out in the glow of his care. Imagine his palm shifting to cradle your sternum, its breadth spanning the center of your being, aligning your heart with the drumbeat of his faithfulness. As you breathe in, sense that alignment deepen, each muscle melting into the sanctuary of his promise. As you breathe out, release every tension that once constricted your chest. Picture a river of strength flowing from his hand, its current smooth and sure. Draw that strength into your lungs with each breath, letting it cascade through your veins and infuse every cell with unshakable confidence. Exhale any lingering doubt into the depths of that river, trusting it will carry them away beyond recall. With every inhalation, whisper silently, "I am renewed," and feel those words weave through the fabric of your being. With every exhalation, "I am empowered," and notice your heartbeat settle into a steady rhythm of divine fortitude. As the pad's gentle hum in a major envelops you, envision each chord as a pillar of sound supporting you in an invisible sanctuary, each note a declaration of his unending strength. Let the music guide you deeper, every swell lifting you into realms of refreshed peace. Sense now his palm shift beneath your ribs, lifting and supporting you like a buoyant cradle. Inhale the buoyancy it provides, feeling your spirit float free of burdens. Exhale the remaining weight of doubt, letting it fall away into the open air. Picture a halo of amber light radiating from his hand, illuminating the path before you with clarity and conviction. As you breathe in, see that light strengthen your resolve. As you breathe out, let every hesitation dissipate before its brilliance. Feel his fingertips trace a line from your chest down to your navel, each touch a reassurance that his power flows through you. Inhale that power into your core and exhale, surrendering every flicker of insecurity. With each breath cycle, count softly, 1, 2, 3, each number drawing you deeper into calm. Each space between counts a refuge where only his strength remains. Envision his palm moving to rest upon your forehead, a final seal of his empowering promise. My strength is made perfect in your weakness. Breathe in that perfection, allowing it to fill every hollow of your soul. Breathe out any leftover fear, knowing you are forever upheld. Rest now in the resonance of his empowering presence, carried on currents of his strength into the stillness of renewed rest. Feel the tranquil flow of his presence as his righteous right hand shifts to cradle your heart, a soft clasp that dissolves every fear with each inhale. Draw in that calm, letting it fill your chest and spread warmth through your entire being. Exhale the last tremors of worry into the sanctuary of his care. Imagine his palm moving to rest upon your shoulders, its touch a gentle reminder that you are never alone, each finger a steadfast promise of his abiding presence. As you breathe in, Sense that promise wrap around you like a comforting cloak. As you breathe out, release every fragment of unrest into its folds. Picture a pool of stillness at your center, fed by the stream of his promise. I am with you always. With each inhale, draw that stream upward, letting its clear waters flow through your veins, cleansing every corner of your soul. Exhale, allowing any lingering doubt to drift away on its surface, carried beyond the reach of fear. With every inhalation, whisper silently, I am never alone, and feel those words resonate through your bones. With every exhalation, he is always here, and watch your heartbeat settle into the steady rhythm of his companionship. As the pad's gentle hum in a major surrounds you, envision each chord as a gentle embrace, its melody weaving through your spirit to form an unbreakable circle of his presence. Let the music carry you deeper into the assurance that you abide in his constant care. Sense his hand beneath you shift to cradle your torso, lifting and guiding you into perfect alignment with his will. Inhale the peace of that alignment, letting it expand through your limbs. Exhale the last weight of uncertainty, trusting it to his unfailing grasp. Envision a halo of soft light emanating from his palm, bathing you in the glow of his faithful presence. As you breathe in, see that light dispel every shadow of doubt. As you breathe out, let all hesitation dissolve before its brilliance. Feel his fingertips trace a path from your shoulders down to your waist, each touch a silent vow that he will never leave you. Inhale that vow into every cell of your body. Exhale a soft sigh of surrender, knowing you are forever upheld. With each breath cycle, count softly in your mind. 1, 2, 3, each count drawing you deeper into calm. Each space between counts a sacred pause where only his presence remains. Rest now in the unshakable stillness of his abiding presence, carried by currents of his constant care into the threshold of undisturbed rest. Feel the silent surge of his peace as his righteous right hand shifts beneath you, a broad cradle lifting your back into perfect support. Inhale deeply, drawing that peace into your lungs, letting it unfurl through your chest and settle into the very marrow of your bones. Exhale fully, releasing every last tremor of unrest into the vast stillness he provides. Imagine his palm moving to rest upon your collarbones, its warmth radiating upward to cradle the center of your heart. Each finger a pillar of reassurance that you are enveloped in his care, unshakable as the mountains he formed. As you breathe in, sense that reassurance infuse every heartbeat. As you breathe out, allow residual tension to drift away like leaves on a tranquil stream. Picture now a pool of stillness spreading from his hand through your chest, its surface glassy under the starlit sky of your mind. Draw that stillness in with each inhale. I am calm, and let it cascade through your limbs, washing away any lingering sparks of anxiety. Exhale, I am quiet, and watch every echo of turmoil dissolve into silence. With every inhalation, whisper silently in your mind, he is my peace, and feel those words weave through the tapestry of your thoughts. With each exhalation, I rest in him, noticing how your body softens, every muscle a vessel of repose. As the pad's gentle hum in a major surrounds you, envision each chord as a lullaby of grace, its melody threading through the sanctuary of your spirit, guiding you into deeper layers of calm. Allow the music to merge with the rhythm of your breath and the pulse of his promise, forming a harmonious song that cradles you beyond the reach of every worry. Sense his hand beneath you shift to cradle your abdomen, its touch a gentle lift that aligns your core with the still center of his presence. Inhale the stability of that lift, feeling your torso expand with divine support. Exhale, surrendering any reluctance to relax, letting it fall away under the weight of his gentle care. Envision a halo of soft amber light glowing from his palm, flooding your awareness with serenity. As you breathe in, see that light illuminate every shadowed corner of your mind. As you breathe out, release any final fragments of doubt into its radiance, trusting they are absorbed into his infinite grace. Feel his fingertips trace a path around your heart, each touch a benediction that whispers, "You are held, you are loved, you are safe." Inhale that blessing deeply, letting it resonate through every cell. Exhale a soft sigh of gratitude, knowing you abide in perfect calm. With each breath cycle, count softly in your mind. 1, 2, 3, each count drawing you deeper into his peace. Each space between counts a sacred pause where only his presence remains. Rest now in the unshakable stillness of his embrace, carried by currents of his calming love into the threshold of undisturbed rest. Feel the gentle resonance of his promise as his righteous right hand shifts beneath you, lifting your mid-back into tender support. Inhale that resonance, drawing it deep into your lungs, letting it vibrate through your chest and settle into your limbs. Exhale every last tremor of tension into the sanctuary of his care. Imagine his palm moving to cradle your shoulders once more, each finger a pillar of unwavering strength. As you draw in breath, sense that strength rise from your core, filling your arms and hands with the power to release every burden. As you breathe out, allow each weight you've carried to slip away, carried off by the current of his peace. Picture now a pool of stillness at your center, fed by the stream of his pledge. His faithfulness surrounds you. With each inhale, draw that stream upward through your chest, letting it cascade through your veins and wash away any flicker of doubt. Exhale, releasing all unrest into its depths, trusting it to carry them beyond recall. With every inhalation, whisper in your mind, "I rest in his faithfulness," and feel those words weave through the fabric of your being. With each exhale, he never fails, and notice your heartbeat settle into a steady, untroubled rhythm. As the pad's gentle hum in a major envelops you, envision each chord as a thread binding you ever closer to the fortress of his steadfast love. Let the music guide you into the sanctuary of his embrace, where every note echoes the refrain of his unbroken promise. Sense his hand beneath you shift to cradle your neck, its warmth dissolving the last knots of worry around your mind. Inhale that warmth, inviting it into every corner of your head, clearing away the cobwebs of anxious thought. Exhale, watching them dissolve into the clarity of his presence. Envision a halo of amber light radiating from his palm, illuminating your spine with divine grace, each vertebra glowing with the assurance that you are upheld. As you breathe in, feel that light align you with his purpose. As you breathe out, release any hesitation, trusting wholly in his guiding hand. Feel his fingertips trace a path along your arms, each touch a benediction that carries strength into your bones. Inhale that strength into your fingers, filling them with calm. Exhale the final tremors of fear, letting them fall away under the weight of his faithful grip. With each breath cycle, count softly. 1, 2, 3. Each number drawing you deeper into calm. Each pause between counts a sacred space where only his promise remains. Rest now in the unbreakable stillness of his faithful embrace, upheld by currents of his steadfast love into the threshold of undisturbed rest. Feel the soothing lift of his righteous right hand beneath you, cradling your lower back in gentle support. Inhale its calming pressure, drawing it deep into your lungs, letting it settle into your pelvis and legs. Exhale every last knot of tension into the tender currents of his care. Imagine his palm shifting to cup your hips, each finger a pillar of steadfast grace. As you breathe in, sense that grace rise through your torso, infusing every organ with its comforting warmth. As you breathe out, allow every burden you carry to slip away, carried off by the river of his peace. Picture now a pool of stillness at your core, fed by the stream of his promise. You are mine, and I will carry you. With each inhale, draw that stream upward through your chest, letting it cascade through your heart and mind, washing away any flicker of doubt. Exhale, releasing all unrest into its depths, trusting it to bear them beyond recall. With every inhalation, whisper in your mind, I am carried, and feel those words weave through the fabric of your being. With each exhale, I am secure, and notice your heartbeat slow into a gentle, untroubled rhythm. As the pad's gentle hum in a major surrounds you, envision each chord as a beam of support, its melody weaving through your spirit to form a sanctuary of his embrace. Let the music carry you deeper into the refuge of his hands, where every note echoes the refrain of his unending love. Sense his hand beneath you shift to cradle your knees, its warmth soothing the muscles of your legs. Inhale that warmth into your feet, letting it fill every tendon with calm. Exhale, releasing any lingering ache, surrendering it to his faithful touch. Envision a halo of amber light radiating from his palm, illuminating your path with divine assurance. As you breathe in, see that light guide your steps even in darkness. As you breathe out, release any hesitation, trusting wholly in his guiding hand. Rest now in the gentle stillness of his care, carried by currents of his grace into the threshold of undisturbed rest. Feel the gentle press of his righteous right hand beneath you, lifting your chest into his embrace. Inhale the expansive calm it brings, drawing it deep into your lungs and expanding through your shoulders and arms. Exhale every last tremor of unrest into the quiet sanctuary of his presence. Imagine his palm moving to cradle your heart once more, each finger a pillar of unwavering care. As you breathe in, sense that care infuse every chamber of your heart with its steady warmth. As you breathe out, allow every lingering worry to drift away on the currents of his peace. Picture now a pool of stillness forming at the center of your chest, fed by the stream of his promise. I will never leave you nor forsake you. With each inhale, draw that stream upward through your throat, letting it flow over your vocal cords. Even in silence, it speaks comfort into your soul. Exhale, releasing any remaining fear into its depths, trusting it to carry them beyond recall. With every inhalation, whisper in your mind, "He is with me," and feel those words weave through the fibers of your being. With each exhalation, I am never alone. And notice your heartbeat slow into the gentle rhythm of his companionship. As the pad's gentle hum in a major envelops you, envision each chord as a gentle embrace, its melody wrapping you in the unbreakable circle of his presence. Let the music guide you into deeper layers of calm, every note a testament to his abiding love. Sense his hand beneath you shift to cradle your arms, lifting and supporting them, each contact a reassurance that you need not bear your burdens alone. Inhale that support into your fingertips, letting it infuse every limb. Exhale the last echoes of tiredness, surrendering them to his faithful touch. Envision a halo of warm amber light radiating from his palm, illuminating the expanse of your mind with clarity and hope. As you breathe in, see that light dispel every shadow of doubt. As you breathe out, release any resistance, trusting fully in his guiding care. Feel his fingertips trace a path from your arms down to your hands, each touch a benediction that carries peace into your very bones. Inhale that peace into every joint. Exhale the final strands of tension, letting them fall away into his loving arms. With each breath cycle, count softly in your mind. 1, 2, 3, each count drawing you deeper into calm. Each space between counts a sanctuary of his presence where no fear can enter. Imagine his palm moving to cradle your head, a gentle gesture of fatherly blessing. In that touch is the echo of every promise. I watch over you always. Breathe in that watchful care, letting it sink into every corner of your mind. Breathe out a soft sigh of trust, knowing you are eternally upheld. Rest now in the unbreakable stillness of his faithful embrace, carried on currents of his constant love into the threshold of undisturbed rest. Feel the steady warmth of his righteous right hand beneath you, a gentle hearth of assurance kindling beneath each inhale. Draw that warmth into your lungs, letting it spread through your chest and arms. Exhale the last embers of worry into the cradle of his care. Imagine his palm shifting to rest upon your sternum, its breadth a shield of unwavering love. As you breathe in, sense that shield expand, encasing your heart in divine safety. As you breathe out, allow every remaining flicker of fear to slip away, carried off by currents of his peace. Picture now a pool of stillness gathering at your center, fed by the stream of his promise. My faithfulness surrounds you. With each inhale, draw that stream upward through your chest, letting its clear waters flow through your veins and wash away any doubt. Exhale, releasing all unrest into its depths, trusting it to bear them beyond recall. With every inhalation, whisper in your mind, I rest in his faithfulness. And feel those words weave through the fabric of your being. With each exhalation, he never fails. And watch your heartbeat settle into a steady, untroubled rhythm. As the pad's gentle hum in a major envelops you, envision each chord as a thread, binding you ever closer to the fortress of his steadfast love. Let the music guide you into the sanctuary of his embrace, where every note echoes the refrain of his unbroken promise. Sense his hand beneath you shift to cradle your shoulders, its touch dissolving the last knots of doubt wrapped around your mind. Inhale that dissolving warmth into every corner of your head, clearing away anxious thoughts. Exhale, watching them dissolve into the clarity of his presence. Envision a halo of amber light radiating from his palm, illuminating your spine with divine grace, each vertebra glowing with the assurance that you are upheld. As you breathe in, feel that light align you with his purpose. As you breathe out, release any hesitation, trusting wholly in his guiding hand. Feel his fingertips trace a path along your arms, each touch a benediction that carries strength into your bones. Inhale that strength into your hands, filling them with calm. Exhale the final tremors of fatigue, letting them fall away under the weight of his faithful grip. With each breath cycle, count softly, 1, 2, 3, each count drawing you deeper into calm. Each pause between counts a sacred space where only his promise remains. Rest now in the unbreakable stillness of his faithful embrace, upheld by currents of his steadfast love into the threshold of undisturbed rest. feel the gentle support of his righteous right hand beneath you, cradling your back in unwavering care. Inhale that assurance deeply, drawing it into every fiber of your being. Exhale the last echoes of unrest into the sanctuary of his presence. Imagine his palm shifting to rest upon your hips, its breath a cradle of mercy. As you breathe in, sense that mercy flow through your pelvis and legs, infusing every muscle with peace. As you breathe out, allow every burden you've carried to lighten, drifting away on the river of his grace. Picture now a pool of stillness expanding from his hand through your abdomen, its surface smooth under the song of the pad. Draw that calm up with each inhale. I am carried, and feel it wash through your torso, cleansing every anxious thought. Exhale, I am secure, and watch every tremor of doubt dissolve into silence. With every inhalation, whisper, "He upholds me," and feel those words knit into the very fabric of your bones. With each exhalation, he never lets go, and notice your heartbeat slow into the gentle rhythm of his faithful love. As the pad's gentle hum in a major envelops you, envision each chord as a thread weaving you ever tighter into the fortress of his embrace. Let the music guide you into the depths of his care, where every note echoes the promise that you are safe. Sense his hand beneath you shift to cradle your thighs, lifting and guiding you into perfect alignment with divine peace. Inhale that alignment into your limbs. Exhale the final strands of tension, releasing them to his sustaining touch. Envision a halo of amber light radiating from his palm, illuminating your entire form with the glow of his protection. As you breathe in, feel that light shield you from fear. As you breathe out, let any remaining worry fade into its brilliance. Feel his fingertips trace a path along your chest, each touch a benediction whispering, "You are beloved." Inhale that truth into your heart. Exhale a soft sigh of gratitude, knowing you abide in his unbreakable care. With each breath cycle, count softly 1, 2, 3, each count drawing you deeper into stillness. Each space between counts a sanctuary of his presence. Now, rest fully in the sacred embrace, carried on currents of his faithful right hand into the threshold of undisturbed rest. And now, beloved, rest in the sanctuary of his presence, every heartbeat cradled by the faithful grip of his righteous right hand, each breath a soft benediction of divine peace. Breathe in his promise of safety. Breathe out every final whisper of doubt. Allow the gentle pad to fade into stillness. Feel the warmth of his love like a blanket around your soul. Surrender fully to the embrace that will not let you go. Know that you are safe here. You are secure in his care. You are profoundly beloved beyond measure. And as the night deepens, his promise carries you into the realm of rest. I'll stay right here until dawn finds you rested.